Live with Paper Game Chuck. Chuck, we are live. It's your girl, McYeee, 360 Radio. Boop! See how fast that happened? Welcome to the Yee area. Let me shout out the sponsors real quick. Boss Lady Products, Twisted Candy Company. We also have Go Dare Magazine, Network, Can We Live? One time I saw him yesterday at History of the Bay. Mainline Music Distribution. We also have Nails by Cree. I've got them on today. These are the duck nails. I always told everybody I would not wear these because they flare out at the end and they look like little shit scoopers or like Coke scoopers. But I did end up wearing a pair because there weren't any others available. So I have to get used to it. So if you need press-on nails, custom good press-on nails, make sure you tap in with Nails by Cree on Instagram. I Fit In Essentials, I Lisa Entertainment. I am hosting a show at Harlow's on the 28th. If you want to do any opening for any independent artist acts, you can hit me up because I have the line on that. And I'm also doing, we're going to be doing a weed bingo in San Francisco with Pretty Diggs at the end of the month. But at the moment, I want to shout out who we have. Who do we have in the building? Who are you and where are you from?
Man, I'm PaperGame Chuck from Sacramento, California, by way of the Oakland, California. Shout out to all my loved ones and gods and goddesses out there, man.
Yes, that's right. Well, it's great to have you in the building. Legendary. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever told you that. I'm sure they have, but let me give you your flowers. Like, I look up to people like you, especially in this culture.
Thank you.
You are a trendsetter. You're an innovator. And you put that shit on the map, for this area. So I want to give you your flowers while you're here, and that's why you're here.
Appreciate it.
To make sure everybody knows who you are and what it is that you do. So now we're up on the monitor, too, so you can kind of see your placement. We got DJ Eddie Z in the building, and we have 916
Shout out to the DJ
on the camera. So let's get into some history of Paper Game Chuck. So have you always been Paper Game Chuck?
Nah, I to be honest,
let's start from the beginning.
To be honest, I was all type of names. My family members laugh at me because I've been I was rapping my whole life, you know what I'm saying, and I used to go by hella names. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss. You can do whatever you want.
All right. Straight up.
We're getting
they know me by Chuck B's, you know what I'm saying, from the group Something Terrible, one of the first artists signed to Thiz Entertainment.
This guy right here.
Rest in peace to the Cuddy. Yeah.
Dre.
So they know me by Chuck B's.
Okay. And so that was Something Terrible you were one of three, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that was Sausalito and that was Swoop G.
For sure.
Okay. So I want to make sure I had that right. And then how did you...
No, yeah.
You go ahead. You're good.
Sauce, Bad Business, and Swoop.
And Chuck.
And Chuck.
Okay, 4 of them then.
Right.
See, I'm 47, so it's definitely my era, but I wasn't as hip to it back then as I am now. Like, I'm more learning it now. I listened to the music, I just wasn't really aware of who was in the group,
Right.
And I know as I'm like coming along in my career that you guys do we have a camera on him? I know that coming along in the career, like, you guys basically started this shit out here, especially in the Sacramento area. So how did that happen? Did you meet Dre and then you guys like got signed to his label? And then
I don't like to say started because that starts a bunch of controversy. You know what I'm saying? And I want to stay away from controversy.
You were signed.
But we was one of the pioneers that brought the element to the city for sure.
Right.
Yeah, we
innovators.
For sure, we was one of the original innovators.
Right,
you know
and
have
you always love to dance and?
Yeah, that was just something we did in the household. All my family members, we known for that. You know what I'm saying? We like to have fun. We like to gig. You know what I'm saying? We call it gigging. You know what I'm saying? Gigging. Dre didn't like hearing you say dance, so that's why everybody say gig.
Who did you listen to growing up, like to influence you?
I listened to a little bit everybody. You know what I'm saying? My family, like, you know what I'm saying, they was on blues. Like my dad, especially my dad's side, they listened to the blues.
Yeah.
So I came up on the blues. I came up on R&B with my mom, Anita Baker, you know what I'm saying? So I always loved music, you know what I'm saying? And I can fuck with anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I'd start listening to Tupac with my uncles, you know what I'm saying? So I always been into music.
I was listening to Careless Whisper by Wham on the way here, so... different shit, we did karaoke the other night and that song came on, so we all know the words to that. I mean, everybody in my era at least. So as far as like, let's say here's a timeline for Chuck. I want to make sure we have a camera on him, right? I don't see it on the monitor. I just want to make sure. Timeline for Chuck. So what year, what time did you say would that started with Something Terrible?
Something Terrible started,
90, no, it was 2000.
2001. Cause we see what happened was.
What had happened
was, I was trying to put out my solo album. Where I was, and Manny Fresh, rest in peace to Manny Fresh.
Okay.
Manny Fresh was putting out my album, and Manny Fresh is the one that initially tied me in with Mac Dre.
Okay.
Rest his soul, you know what I'm saying? Because he was putting out my album, and Dave wanted, my partner Dave, me and Manny partner Dave, we wanted they wanted Mac Dre on the album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really tripping. I was like, all right, fuck it, put him on the album.
Okay. So kind of like a feature.
Right.
Okay.
So we paid, well, I didn't pay him. Manny paid him for a feature. So he came and did a song for us, right? And we was all in the studio. Me, Swoop, Sauce, Dave, Manny, I believe. They was all up in there. We was all up in there. So he recorded the song for us. And a couple days later or the next day, I can't remember how long the time was, but he called us back like, man, that verse, I really don't even like that verse. Y'all can have that verse. I'm gonna give y'all another verse on GP. Swear to God. He was like, you know what I'm saying? I like you, I like you young niggas, you know what I'm saying? So that led to him inviting us to a show in Fresno.
Right.
And when he invited us to the show, he told us to come on stage. And when we went on stage, we went so fucking crazy in that motherfucker.
Oh, I heard.
Ask Fresno, man.
I've heard about you.
Listen, we went so crazy, it just blew up. And then from there, he was like, oh yeah, it's good.
Okay.
And then Manny died, and when Manny died, rest his soul, Drake contacted us like, man, I know Manny's gonna put out your album,
so
man.
he knew you were putting it together.
Right.
Yeah.
I come through, and that's how we.
What song was that? The first one that you were talking about? Do you remember?
It was called.
Is it out there? Like, is it floating around out there?
Yeah, it was actually that song. Nope. The only people got that song, the album that he did, them verses, is Man Your Mom.
Yep.
Man Your Mom.
Is that the producer?
Nuh-uh, that's his mom.
Oh,
that's the dude that died, mom.
Okay.
She got the whole album. I got a whole album over there that never been heard.
Wow.
See,
that's those archive shit that I like to talk about. Man, that's some gems too.
With Dre on there, they got a Dre verse. For sure.
The gigging shit is like what I think of the most about you guys.
I just thought of that right now.
Yeah.
They got a Mac Dre verse.
On a song.
For sure, right now.
With you on it. Yeah.
With me on it.
That shit is wild. I'd love to hear it. That's some dope shit. Like maybe one day it'll get played. So, you never know. You just never know.
Shout out to his family.
The whole gigging movement, like, because I had Sauce in here too before, and we talked about it. Like the dancing, and I know he's called gigging.
It's gigging, man.
Yeah, gigging. Sorry, you gotta correct me sometimes. I've been fucking up. So gigging, that shit is what I think about when I think about Something Terrible. Like immediately. For
sure.
Because that's what I did to your music. Like I was gigging.
That's what you know what I'm saying. G Parkway. Sacramento, you know what I'm saying, byway Oakland. I always gotta give shots out to the town because that's where I'm from too. You know what I'm saying,
right.
And that's why I be hating when I be hearing the split between the two. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of people from the Bay moved to Sac. You know what I'm saying.
I like to just say NorCal because we are kind of a big culture. For sure, we're all wrapped up together. For sure, and that's the whole point. Shout out History of the Bay, by the way. I was just out there yesterday. Talk about NorCal history. A lot of people out there for NorCal history. So make sure you go out and check out the
San Quinn,
Selsky, Loonies, Mac Mall, Filmo Rocky. It was RBL Posse. That's a real history of the Bay. Come on, man. That RBL Posse set, though, like I know it by heart. I could definitely do their ad-libs. Like them and Mac Mall, I could do their ad-libs for sure. Nigga, RBL was the shit back in the yeah. That's nigga lying if they won. In comes the 2 to the 3 and 1, and in comes the 2 to the that shit was tight. Them niggas was hard back there. Yeah. That's ones on 2s and 3s. I remember that song very well. That's how I started in this shit. Was like being a fan of GLP, RBL, Juice, San Quinn, Messy Mar. I used to send fan mail to Quinn's mom. Go back to Rappin' Ron and Dilly Dog. Yeah, can't forget them. They was hard. Well, let's go into one of your songs you brought. Let's talk about some of this new music and play some, and then we'll come back and talk about some more Chuck facts, like your Random Thoughts podcast and what you're doing right now. But what songs did you bring? What do you want to play right now? I brought just some stuff I be working on, because I ain't
I ain't really tripping off the music right now. I'm really focusing on my podcast, but I just, shit be in my head, so okay. I be,
do you want to do a DJ choice and we talk about it when?
Yeah, go ahead. Pick whatever one you like.
Whatever you want to play, Eddie, you can run that in. And we do have a camera.
Learn something, man. I'm trying to teach y'all something.
Yeah.
Funky.
What's the most memorable studio session you have from back in the Something Terrible days?
And
why'd they call you guys Something Terrible?
Oh, Dre came up with that shit. Dre, y'all don't understand. Dre was a fucking genius. Like, he was, like, I don't know. He'd see something, and that motherfucker, Dre was just a genius. He came up with that name. He made us a group. I told you I was a solo artist, and he was like, no, I'm going to you in the group, you in the group, you in the group, and I'm going to call y'all Something Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean.
With a U, Something Terrible.
Something Terrible, yeah. He spelled it out and everything. Like, how he wanted it spelled and everything. Like,
Sauce said it was because y'all were bad.
I mean, Maybe.
He said, "Oh."
I never really asked him why. I just went with it.
Yeah, that part.
I swear I never really asked him that. Maybe because we was bad though.
How old were you in those years? Was it
17,
like
18,
the young
19.
years? Man, that's crazy. I can't imagine being in that lifestyle at that age. Like, you probably big.
That shit was normal for us. You know what I'm saying? Like. That it wasn't like it was an act or nothing, you know what I'm saying? That's really who we was, so you know what I'm saying? Like
rapping what you really are.
We just got to catch it on tape.
That part.
On camera.
So a lot of people who have seen Trill TV will see you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
And that's an era.
But we was a reflection of where we was from, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to take credit for this or for that, but we all was, a reflection of where we came. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Effort. I agree on that.
We just got caught on camera, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody was smart enough to tape you guys.
Matt Dre. Yeah, that's what I just told you. He's a fucking genius. You know what I'm saying? He was
smart enough to get it on camera.
Right.
That's great. And
For
that was
sure.
20 years ago.
I just told you he's a genius.
This shit
right. If Drake got to use social media like it was today,
he'd be the president.
God.
He would be the president.
Just imagine Dre on social media.
He would be the president. He would be the world leader.
Man.
Seriously. I think so too.
Like, man, see, y'all gotta go watch Dre on Chill TV. Just watch him. You gonna see his brilliance on Chill TV when he come in and do the little intros or the little. Dre was a fucking genius. I'm just telling you. Go watch Chill TV and just watch him on Chill TV.
So you're going to the forward. Mm-hmm. Now we're here, and I know I asked you a studio question, but we'll go back to it. But you got the Random Thoughts podcast now. So I see you on Instagram, which that's where I live. So I'm there all the time. Right. So I see you on Instagram, and I've been listening to your podcast, and I wanted you to be able to plug that and tell everybody what that's about.
Well, I got my podcast. I'm glad you asked because it's important to me, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about nothing but getting out the message, man. It's called Random Thoughts. My Random Thoughts, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm not perfect, nor do I try to be. But on my podcast, I'm just trying to drop jewels on everybody, you know what I'm saying, for we can learn one, you know what I'm saying, because it's each one teach one, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't saying I'm right about everything, but I am trying to figure it out, though, you know what I'm saying, and coming to my podcast, you know what I'm saying, I'll be dropping my random thoughts, you know what I'm saying, on hot topics, trendy topics, sports, entertainment, hood politics, government politics, you know what I'm saying, current events, you know what I'm saying, whatever come across my fat ass head, you feel me?
Where can they find that at?
Right now I'm on YouTube. I'm just playing around with it, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say playing around with it. I'm doing it. I ain't gonna say playing around. I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? I'm on YouTube. Right now I'm on YouTube. Yeah, go to YouTube. PaperGame Chuck on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Random Thoughts. You'll find it.
G. Archer tuned in right now. Gary,
what's up, boy?
Yeah, I saw him yesterday. And I saw D-Ray.
That's legendary. Yeah. They both legendary.
Yeah. Definitely. My family, my brother.
They was there. They definitely was there.
Oh, yeah, I know. He told me. He's like, that's my guy.
For sure.
And I'm like, you don't got to tell me. I already know he was there. Like, I already know. And I can imagine because I hang with y'all now. Like, if I was able to hang with you back then, it would have been a wrap. I'm a journalist, you know, like Dre.
It was some wild nights.
I would have documented that shit, too. Like,
it was a wild night. Cuddy, you missed out.
I did. I wish I could have been there because I know I did an interview with like your group mate Sauce, and he's just as fun as you are. You know, like, and I need to see the other two guys too. You know, like I'd love to interview the whole group as a whole. So back to the random thoughts. So with Random Thoughts, do people call in or do you have guests on the show or how does that work?
Right now, it's just me, just giving my random thoughts. A lot of people saying they won't go come on. I'm just waiting for the person, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Who want to come on. Because it's really just me.
And you pick your own topics?
Yeah, I pick my own topics. Okay. Whatever I feel like talking about. The shit be random too. That's why it's called Random Thoughts.
Well, I definitely need to watch that and get involved on that.
Yeah, but the whole point of it is to get the message out. You know what I'm saying? Who we are. We got to remember who we are, people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit going on in the world besides the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That we need to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's a lot of distractions trying to get that diverted.
You know what I'm saying? Shit going on in the background we ain't paying attention to, and we need to start paying attention to it. Or we can't be complaining about what's happening to us if we ain't paying attention to what's happening to us. You know what I'm saying? Right. I ain't saying you got to be vanguard of the movement, but you at least got to be in the movement. You know what I'm saying? Because
be aware of it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because shit is going on, regardless if you want to do something or not.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
If
and it's us against them. When I say us, I mean all of us. You know what I'm saying? No matter race, creed, religion, none of that shit. It's bigger than that, y'all. We gotta come together. You know what I'm saying? And figure this out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be too late in a minute if it ain't already too late.
Okay, that part. If you could write a book about yourself, what would it be about?
How I evolve. You know what I'm saying? How, change. Like Tupac once said. You know what I'm saying? Change is like everything. You know what I'm saying? So I was this one person at 18. At 25, I was a different person.
Right.
At 31, I was a different person. And now today, I'm a different person than all them persons. But at the same time, I'm still all of those persons because I have all those experiences. Right.
Yeah, that's experiences. That's life experience.
Right. So my book would be very interesting. It has its ups, it has its downs, ebbs and its flows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love that phrase, ebb and flow. Not everybody knows that. And as far as anything, like, here's a good question for you. What is something that the industry that you're in, music industry, whatever, entertainment industry, something they should start or stop doing right now? What is something that you think they should start or stop doing?
Who should start or stop?
Your industry, our industry.
Man, stop promoting this poison to our kids. You know what I'm saying? Myself included. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no better. That's why I changed a lot of shit I had to do. Cause it's like, again, they ain't playing with us. You know what I'm saying? We playing right now. Right. We got to get it together.
It's all about perspective.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about no person in particular. All of us. You know what I'm saying? We playing. You know what I'm saying? Playing right into their hands.
Well, we're going to play some more music, and then we're going to come back and talk to Chuck a bit more about, see if we have any merch going on with you or websites or anything. But DJ Eddie Z, run that in. PaperGame Chuck in the building, y'all. Chuck D's. Yay! Is it D's or... Yeah, no pun intended. You're going 360 though.
I did it 360 for sure.
I love that. That's a great thing.
Man.
DJ Eddie Z in the mix, y'all. Yay! Connected Radio. We're live here with
We got to figure it out, y'all. We got to come back together, man.
How did the PaperGame get started?
The PaperGame name?
Yeah.
That go back to my hustling days. You know what I'm saying? I went to the federal penitentiary for 8 years and for
And that's a whole nother
white
story.
collar crime. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ashamed of it. I did it. It's me. You know what I'm saying?
I think I saw that on a whole different TV platform.
Yeah, that was on what was that, American Greed?
Yes.
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah, that was me.
Well, I mean, that's how you evolve, though. You learn.
Man, I told you I got ebbs and flows. I was up, I was down.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, I mean, even for
I got a story to tell.
Highlighted like that. That would probably be in your book if you wrote a book.
For sure. It has to be.
Yeah. That part.
Because that's crazy, because I tell a lot of people that I did 8 years, but that I needed that time to myself so I can figure out myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It was almost implemental to
right. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand that while I was going through it, but now that I came out of it,
back, it's always in hindsight.
Right. It was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I learned so much that I wouldn't even learn if I didn't take that time to sit down.
Like I kind of needed that.
Right.
That time to reflect, you know?
For sure.
So I get it. And we all did shit like that when we were young. Like I've done, I mean, not to speak on myself, but we all did shit like that when we were younger.
Yeah.
But so nice to see everybody older now and like evolved. And that's like you said, we need to get the new generation on the same page.
Right.
Because unfortunately, they're wild just like we were. And I mean, at my age, I didn't want to be told shit, you know.
But see, the thing is, it's a disconnection between the older cats and the younger cats. We need to get that disconnection fixed real fast, because they don't need to be making the same mistakes that we made. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
how
we ever go get ahead
that.
if we keep going back. You know what I'm saying? We taking 2 steps back every time we go a step forward.
Understood.
Y'all supposed to be learning from us. You know what I'm saying? For y'all for we can move ahead.
Right. And that's a real gem that you just dropped. Is we do actually need to be more guiding the youth,
because we wasn't all that either, y'all. While we as OGs or the older generation, we was some fucked up motherfuckers too. But we want to keep saying, look at these kids. No, we gotta bridge that gap and fast.
Right.
We gotta bridge the gap, y'all, because that's the main thing in our community. You know what I'm saying? They get us to hate each other from dark skin to light skin, from old to young. They got all type of tricks, from Christians to Muslims. Come on, man. We got to quit falling for the okie doke, for the banana in the tailpipe.
Well, I think it's really dope that you have that perspective and you also have a platform to speak on it about. So as long as we can get the ears to you, that's what we need to do. So we need to drive people to you, to your podcast, to your platform. Is there anything you want to promote while you're here? Do you have any live shows coming up? Do you have anything that you're working on, merchandise?
Just the podcast right now. I'm focused on the podcast and bringing out more content. That's my problem. I need to really focus on it so I can have consistent content. You know what I'm saying?
So when do you air? When do you
I don't even go live. I just record it, then
when
put it on.
When you're ready to do it yourself.
Right.
So random.
It's a random thing. It's really random. I might be in my car, you know what I'm saying, and do it off my iPhone. You know what I'm saying?
It's because the thoughts pop into your head. Yeah. I get that.
I something to come across the motherfucking social media, or somebody will call me or something, or somebody will say something, or I'll be going through something, you know what I'm saying? It should be random.
What's some advice for those younger artists that are going through shit right now? Like, what's your advice to them that are the kids in the game?
Man, don't put too much on it, man, because we all will go through something. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point, you know, so you can learn something. The point is to learn from what you're going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't put more. Think of the worst thing you ever been in your life. The worst predicament you ever been in your life,
right?
And then look where you at today.
Yeah, you lived through it.
You lived through it. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna live through it. You gonna make it.
Because at the time,
you gonna come out better. You gonna be like, oh shit. The stress of it and the thought of it is worse than the actual whatever than what happened. Damn, my bad.
Oh, it's all good.
The thought of it is worse than what really happened. When you look at it in hindsight, you be like, man,
why was I so stressed?
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even if you get the worst thing that can happen, you know what I'm saying, you still be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't stress about it. You know what I'm saying? So learn from it. When you're going through something like that, you're supposed to think like, damn, all right, what am I supposed to learn from this situation?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Start looking at people around you. Look how they moving while you in that situation. Look how your own self moving, you know what I'm saying? But try to keep a positive outlook on it, because the sun will come back up.
Listen, that positivity shit ain't no joke. Like,
man, that positivity shit is real.
That's what changed my whole life. And those rocks, like those crystals you got on.
Yeah.
That seriously
It's a mental thing, you know what I'm saying? And right now they got control of our mental through programming. You know what I'm saying? They got us programmed through television and social media.
How do you feel about social media? What do you think about
I actually like it, you know what I'm saying? But if you know how to use it, it's a power. It's like the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's like a sword. You can use a sword for good or you can use it for bad. Same thing with social media. Same thing with everything. It's duality. You know what I'm saying?
Right, in proportion.
You know what I'm saying? Everything in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Or know how to use it. You got to, because you can use the internet, social media and get rich off of it if you're doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
If that's what you want to do. Or you can use social media to get your message out. Whatever your message is, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good.
I think it's definitely addicting. But so is television.
For sure.
Everything we've ever been introduced to, though, is addicting.
But it's good for us because we can see what's going on in China right now. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Versus before we could not.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can see what's going on anywhere right now and be like, oh shit, we going through that too.
Because in our era coming up,
why you think they're trying to censor that shit?
We didn't have any phones.
We couldn't reach out.
We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have Facebook. It was barely MySpace.
Now everything at the touch of our hands.
Yeah.
Why we don't love that?
Yeah, I think this is.
And it's supposed to be freedom of speech and freedom of everything. We supposed to love this, but we ain't using it for the right reason. No, yeah. We ain't using it for the right thing.
You're using it
but that's what they scared of too. That's why they trying to censor this shit now. You know what I'm saying? You see,
they're scared you will use it.
Oh my everything. Reasons. TikTok they going crazy on TikTok, telling you what's going on across the world, like what's going on in France right now.
Yeah.
The truth about it, you got people on the ground out there giving you the real what's going on, not what the media telling you. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that shit.
Well, yeah.
So we could use it for good, is what I'm saying about social media, if we want to.
If we want to, and if we were, if we chose that, and I think some people do choose that. So you got to make that choice.
And shout out to all them that do. You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching all y'all. And y'all need to stop beefing over who got the right message, man. Long as y'all got a good message that's coming from your heart, stop beefing, all y'all.
Yeah, that part. Much love. We're gonna get into the last song and then come back in and do some shout outs so you can talk, thank people that you want to thank, any inspirations in your life. But let's play this last song. Thank you, DJ Eddie Z. Much love, Eddie.
Shout out to the DJ, man.
We got songs with no names though. That's how exclusive this shit is. Them motherfuckers ain't even got the name on them. But we're gonna work on that with you.
Yeah, you forcing me. I ain't really tripping out dropping no music. I just do it because I love it.
But you could do it.
Yeah, I could, but I just do it because I love it.
Let's do another avenue. Make another avenue. I'm gonna help you with that.
It's all good.
Because I love you and I want to hear it out there on them airwaves.
All right, let's do it then.
Because you've been doing this for years, bro.
Right. I have.
You're a staple. You're a staple in this community.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And I want you to continue that. Who do you think is your inspirations? Who do you want to shout out? Who do you want to say you love too?
I want to say I love everybody, man. Shout out to my family, my friends. You know what I'm saying? People that call myself my friends. To everybody, man, because it's bigger than just me. It's bigger than just you. It's about us. If we want shit to change, we gotta come together, man. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like. Peace and love.
Peace, love, and hair.
We got to go back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Peace and love and blessings.
Hey, I'm doing this on purpose because it's so much of the other shit out there y'all get. You know what I'm saying? It's so much negative and hate. Like, fuck you, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to slide on you.
Right.
Nah, man.
I'm doing heavy different. On the other side.
Heavy on love. We need love. You know what I'm saying? We need straight up feminine energy because it's too much masculinity. We tripping right now. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
All of us. You know what I'm saying? So. That's why I'm heavy on that.
I'm with you, Chuck. I'm with you. And I want to help you push your podcast if you need anything. For
sure, man. Random Thoughts, man, where I give out free game, man. Check it out on YouTube, man. PaperGame Chuck, Random Thoughts, man.
What you need to do now is make that merch, because I'm telling you what I would tell myself, because I need to do the same thing. Make that merch.
Make the merch.
With the Random Thoughts logo.
With the Random Thoughts
Sell
logo.
it for the podcast. Get that shit yanking.
For sure.
You got the ability to do it because you've been doing this shit before, right around when I started doing it.
Right.
And you were more successful than I am. Come on now. You're a legendary, world-renowned artist.
Yeah, but I evolved, you know what I'm saying? I know, but I changed.
We're going to make sure that this evolved podcast is just popping as the prior, you know, like that's what you should do. So
for sure.
And if you ever have guests on or want to bring anybody on, make sure you tell me and I'll jump on there and poly with you. That shit would be fun. Like you could get like different opinions in there and
for sure. We definitely got to do that.
You could bring like 4 or 5 different Zooms in at the same time with you and like talk.
I know, I seen that shit. I'm learning how to do that shit. That's what I like about it too, because I'm doing everything myself right now.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. It's the
I'm learning too, but
self-made. Shout out to CBD, Deep Relief CBD. There is a discount if you go to the website. If you enter 360 Radio, get a discount on the Deep Relief CBD. I use this every day, like to stay calm in this fucked up, crazy world that we live in. But I believe in what you believe in. I'm heavy on peace. I'm heavy on love. That's why I show love to everybody all day long. That's what I use my platform for, is to make sure people have an outlet to show their art or their love or who they want to shout out or just make you feel good. You know, like there's not enough of that around. So
it's not.
We need to make sure it's
maintained. We program for violence, and we program for hate, and we program for messiness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't programmed to vibrate high, and we got to change that, y'all.
Definitely. Well, I'm with you on that. And anything else you want to say before you get out of here?
Tune in to my podcast.
Where
Paper
can they
Game
find
Chuck,
you on internet?
Random Thoughts.
What Instagram? What's your Instagram?
Paper Game Chuck,
all
Instagram.
One word.
Yes.
All one word.
Paper Game Chuck on Instagram. Paper Game Chuck on Twitter. Paper Game Chuck on TikTok. I just got a TikTok. I'm mad I didn't get that shit earlier too, because it's a lot of information on there. Hey, y'all can use social media to get a lot of information, man, because I be getting a lot of information.
Oh, what is it? Oh, phone?
Oh, We Shine, You Shine Detailing too. Don't forget about that, the business going on. We got We Shine, You Shine Detailing, where you can get your vehicle detailed. We pull up, we got our own water, we got our own everything, electricity.
Ooh,
we can pull up to you while you getting your nails done, your hair done, your feet done. You know what I'm saying? Haircut. You know what I'm saying? At soccer practice, we go pull up and detail your car.
Well, you can consider us, like, if you ever need to come back here. Yeah, if you shine, I shine. So
right.
Let's just make the cars shine. If you ever need to promote anything or come see us, let me know. This is where I'm at now.
This is dope too. I love your dig, Yee.
Thank you.
I love this.
I appreciate that. You know, you guys are like family to me, so I want to make sure and get you here so you know where I'm at. Anything you need, you know, I'm at your disposal. That's what McYeee does. So,
sure.
Also shout out to Viva La Beauty before we get out of here. If you need teeth whitened, if you need aesthetics, make sure you hit her up. She's super dope. Again, Nails by Cree. And we'll be back next week. We have 2 artists in the building next week. We have Kari Hit is coming in with That's Quincy. Quincy's going to be co-hosting with me next week. He's a local promoter.
Quincy parties go crazy too. He just threw a pool party this out here in Sac.
I did the D-Lo show with him. That's where I met him. And him and I are just so like-minded. Like he's heavy on the positive too.
For sure, his shit be popping. Ain't nothing be happening up there. Shout out to Quincy, man.
He's all about having fun and making sure people feel the love. So
him and Hirsch.
I'm gonna Mac Hirsch, need to get him in here too. Shout out to the Mac for bringing me out yesterday to that show. Shout out to the True Story Gang for bringing me out Saturday night to the show, and then shout out as well to Muggsy down in Vallejo for bringing me out to that athletic concert. Again, next week, that's Quincy will be co-hosting, so that's a big deal for me because I like to have people in here to bounce shit off of.
Right.
I get tired of hearing my own voice sometimes, so let's make sure to get some more people involved. But shout out to the DJ, much love, Chuck.
Shout out to the DJ, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Remember, man, peace and love, man. Vibrate high, man. Y'all gods and goddesses, man. We gotta act accordingly.
That part. All right, y'all. We're out of here. Another one like the other one. McYeee, Connected Radio 360. Yee! We're gonna take some pictures.